Hello. We're at the beautifully renovated Belmont Hills Library. Lizzie. This is Lizzie Barry. Hi. Lizzie is the head librarian here at Belmont Hills, and she's going to give us a tour today of this beautiful, bright, light library. We're going to get into books, but let's start with high tech. Come over here and see what's added, because I think this is very cool. This looks like a shelf, but it's more than a shelf. Tell us about it, please.
This is our brand new laptop bar. It is actually, beyond being a really nice place to sit where you can look out the window, all three of these chairs have outlets next to them, so you can plug your phone, your laptop, any sort of thing that you need to charge in while you're working here.
And if you didn't happen to bring a laptop with you, my understanding is you can go to the reference desk, well, the registration desk, the circulation desk. Okay, it's the desk. Okay, you can go over to the desk and you can borrow a Chrome laptop.
Absolutely, yes. We have a few of them that are available to borrow for in-library use, and you can pretty much do anything you would need to do on them. You can work on typing something up, or they're all have internet access, so you can check your email, anything like that. And they actually even have webcams, so if you ever needed to do some sort of interview or something and you didn't have your own webcam, you could come in and borrow one for that.
But you would need to have headphones for the audio of that, so you don't disturb other people.
Yes, you would.
Okay, because you're saying webcam, and I'm thinking there's audio as well.
Talking, yes.
Well, for those people who don't want to use laptops, you also have desktops over here that they can use, and I guess these are pretty popular.
Yes, absolutely, yes. We usually have people coming in every day to just print things out, or to sign up for a new email account, apply for a job, and things like that.
I know that when I go into libraries, I see a lot of people who look as if they're using job sites, and they're really very serious and using, and not everybody has a computer at home. So these are very useful, and they can sign up at the desk to get online if they're being used at any given time, right?
Absolutely. There's a reservation process, so if for some reason they were all being used, you could just sign up for the next one. The minimum amount of time that you would get on the computer is 30 minutes. If there's nobody waiting, you can, of course, stay on until we close.
Now, by the way, while we're on this side of the library in our tour, I don't want to neglect to mention that over here you have nonfiction books for adults.
Yes.
And behind over there I see lots and lots of videos. I see some that look like they're multi-set ones and some that look like they're single sets. They're movies, right?
Yes, so all along the back and the side here, we have all of our AV. So there are audiobooks straight back, and then music CDs, and then adult movies are all taking up this entire wall here in the back.
Yes, I see quite a lot of adult movies here. You don't have to have any Saturday nights without a movie, because there are quite a lot. Oh, that's terrific. I'm just looking. Anything interesting? I'm sure, but I'll come back to that. Let's continue with our tour. And by the way, I want to mention that you have wonderful signage now. Yes,
that is one of the brand new things that we've gotten, so you should be able to figure out where you need to go.
You know, when I first came to Belmont Hills Library, I always thought it was like a one-room schoolhouse. That was what it reminded me of. It was one room, and all the functions were all in the one room. But I think what this renovation did so brilliantly is to create the illusion of different rooms, because you have different areas set off by different furniture, different kinds of upholstery, the way the shelves are, and I think they did a brilliant job.
Absolutely.
So, kudos to all. Okay, we're going to walk over to fiction, but before we get there, let's stop at this case here. I saw it, and initially I thought, oh, periodicals. But it's not periodicals.
No, this is actually just all of the free information that a lot of educational places will send us to hand out. We've got Mainline School Night and Mainline Arts Center and some of the different universities that do summer camps and things like that.
I have to tell you, I love this top shelf here, because this is all kinds of things happening in Philadelphia, and it's great if you're doing a staycation. You know,
exactly.
That great word. But here you are. You can stay in the area and do all these things and take out a book on walking tours and forest bathing retreat. Golly, it's a great thing. And I have to say, as somebody who often puts flyers out, I love the color of this. It really attracts the eye and attracts people's attention. So this is very well thought out. So this is the real stuff that's happening. Yes. Let's go to fiction, because fiction is what people have made up, and you have all kinds of fiction. Let's start in this corner, which you called an alcove, but
yes,
it is an alcove.
Well, We tried. This is our YA area, and we kind of set up the shelving this way so that they would feel like they had a little bit of privacy, you know, to sit and read or to sit and do homework. These new chairs are really awesome and popular for people who are doing homework or doing bills or anything that they come in here for, and you can sit in a comfy chair but still have a desk, so it's kind of nice.
Very clever. Very clever. Okay, so we have YA here. We have adult fiction over here.
Yes.
And then it comes around the wall, and here we are with children's stuff. Or is this YA? No, this is not children's. This is graphic.
Yes, this is all graphic novels, yes. So it's going for all ages. It's going from elementary school all the way up to adults. We're definitely working on growing our collection, but this is where it's going to be for everybody.
So I see you've got The Walking Dead, you've got Alien, you've got Mighty Jack, so it's a real range for people who read graphic novels, and I gather that adults are reading them now too.
Absolutely, especially with all these Marvel movies that have come out.
The Avengers made $1 billion in the first week. Yeah, I know. I did not go see it, but I know my grandkids all went to see it. They were very excited about it. So if movies have a certain way of sometimes enhancing people's interest in books, it's a marvelous thing, whether they're graphic or whether they're regular novels. Let's keep walking, and we'll get to new fiction. Goodness, this is a big wall.
Well, so this side is new nonfiction, and this side is new fiction. So it is mostly fiction. There's three sections of fiction
those
here.
Folks who are regular readers, of which you have many, they can come in here and see their favorite authors and what they've done that's new. And I don't want to get too absorbed because I have other things to do at the moment, but I'll come back. And you have quite a great selection. This is super, including some I haven't even heard of. Wow, this is really cool. Okay, so we have fiction, we have nonfiction, and then we go into the children's area, which is marvelous. And aside from the books, which have a great selection here, you have these marvelous murals. Who did them?
Yes, there's an artist who lives right in the neighborhood. Her name's June2019, and people watching this might recognize her work not only from here, but she also did the mural that's in the lobby of Belmont Hills Elementary School. She most recently finished up the mural that's on the side of the new courthouse in Narberth. Oh. So we're really lucky to have her as someone who is right down the street.
Well, she's right down the street, and I love her style because it's so appropriate for a children's area. It's perky, it's bright, it's cheery, it's great. And you've got light coming in from the windows above, and it's really a super thing. I love this area. Now, I know it doesn't seem logical to talk about carpeting, but I could see where you could have kids at these tables, and this carpeting is like iron. Nothing's going to happen to it.
Yes, it's pretty sturdy, and if any terrible mishap befell it, it's actually made of different squares, so we can replace them one at a time if, you know.
I love the practicality. I do, because when you renovate, you have second thoughts about things, and this is one of those things that gives you a second thought. You've got a toy train table over there?
That is definitely one of our most popular, what would I call it?
Spots?
Yeah. Toddlers tend to head straight to the trains.
Well, I think it's also great because the younger sibs who are not reading yet may get bored because parents are here with the kids who are reading, and there are lots of first reader books I see over there. Yes. And then the younger sibs can go there and play with the trains and be busy and
Absolutely.
Not bother anybody, and it's a great thing. This area actually defines what I said before, that it's no longer just a one-room library. It's a separate room, visually it's separate, the colors are separate, the cheeriness and everything is really an offset from the adult area, which is marvelous. If I had grandchildren who were this age, I would absolutely bring them here. Now, it's not just for children, because the library is a place where people can have meetings. We're going to go on to the meeting room in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back. We're about to walk into the addition to the library because this stone wall right to your right is where the library ended. Everything after it is new and wonderful. Now, what do we have here? Lizzie, this is adult biography, I see by the sign,
Yes.
very handy.
Yes.
And you have quite a lot. That's...
We do, yeah. It's a really popular genre, actually.
I'm thinking back to when I was an English teacher and I would assign biographies. This is a great wall to have a selection. Now, in addition to biographies, you have something that I think is fascinating. You have an entire wall here, and these are all books that have been illustrated by...
Kimberly Glider, and she is an artist who is from Narberth, and she professionally designs book covers and illustrates. So any of the drawings that you see are hers, but she also did the cover designs for the ones that just maybe have photos and typesetting and things like that.
What I love is that everyone is different, whether it's Meg, Jo, Beth, and Amy in that one, or She Would Be King here, or Thank You, Good Night. Every single one is different. You can't say, oh, it's her fingerprints and I recognize it, because it's a certain style, which to me says a lot for Kimberly's creativity and skills, really, is quite something. And then we go into the meeting room. This is a wonderful meeting room. Oh my, you didn't have one at all before, did you?
We did not, no.
Oh, wow. I am saying wow because this room is wonderful. What a great meeting room for your board, for any other purposes. This is terrific. Light, bright, looking out on the pool, the playground, the tennis courts. Super. And not only that, but more artwork on the walls. Tell us about what this is.
Yes. So we have a new exhibit space. We're really excited to be able to exhibit some local artists, and this is our first exhibit. It's going to be up through the end of June. This is, again, illustrator Kimberly Glider, and she's the one that did the book covers that we just discussed. And these are her fine artworks, her paper cuts, and then on one of the other walls there are paintings. So they're really beautiful, and we're really excited to be able to have this opportunity for artists from around here to display some of their work.
So it's a meeting room, it's an art gallery, and people in the community, as long as one person in a group is a Lower Merion resident, can use this for other kinds of meetings, not just the board meeting.
Yes, absolutely. Book clubs, Girl Scouts,
very cool.
Anything like that.
This is a terrific place. They just have to tell you. They can't just walk in.
There is an application. I mean, when there's nothing scheduled in the meeting room, it is open. You can come in and use it to study. You can come in and chat with your friends, anything like that, really.
Super duper. It's a great job. They did a super job. And I'm just going to take a peek out here because I see that Belmont Hills Pool is right out here. The playground is being made new. Yes. The tennis courts. Great place. Come to visit Belmont Hills. Thanks, Lizzie. I appreciate the tour. I appreciate it. And stay tuned. We'll be right back. I'd like to end the show with a tribute to Miss Val. Valundra Pollard was the longtime children's storyteller at Ardmore Library. By long-term, I mean 17 years. Val was terrific. She could do storytelling, she could teach kids French, she could tell stories in Spanish. She brought everything to the storytelling. I took a grandchild with me one day to this storytelling. It was the summer. It was on the lawn in front of Ardmore Library with the trees giving shade. Lots of kids scattered on blankets, with parents, with caretakers. They were all eager to step up to get a drink from Miss Val, to participate in the story as she read it. She brought a sense of joy to it. Peggy Newman, the former head librarian at Ardmore, called Val a Renaissance woman. She was. She brought everything in her heart and soul to it. And there are generations of kids and adults who will remember Miss Val, as will the entire staff of Ardmore Library. We miss you, Miss Val. The other thing I wanted to mention before we close, even though it's June and it's a long time until November, I can't keep it a secret. Our One Book, One Lower Merion in November will be Where the Crawdads Sing, and Delia Owens, the author, will be coming to us on Sunday, November 10th at 2 p.m. So, if you're somebody who marks your calendar early, please do. If you'd like to read the book in the summer, you can do that too. There's actually a long line for it, but it's worth waiting for. Have a great summer, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.